up is Juxtapoz Gallery, a framing store with a whole lot more.
Well, the store has actually been here for 35 years as this kind of a business. I came 20 years ago, first as a part-time worker, because I had moved to Westfield. I wanted a then as a partner, and then I was an owner 10 years ago. So I've always, I liked to come here before I was a part-time worker.
Right,
So I was a customer, a part-time worker, a partner, and now an owner.
And what do you love about having a business here in downtown Westfield?
Well, you can't really find a better town than Westfield to have a business in. It's a walking town, of which there are not many left in the whole state of New Jersey.
Right.
And I live here for 30 years, so I think it's a great town. And I think this business probably wouldn't work as well anyplace else.
Okay. Well, what do you specialize in here in Juxtapoz? Why don't you explain to us, what does Juxtapoz mean?
Everybody asks us that. In fact, maybe once a week I get that on the phone. Or everybody kind of knows what it means. In the dictionary it says to hang next to for contrast and comparison, which kind of works for us. And I think it's Latin means close together, juxta, and pose to place close together. Okay,
great. Well, thanks for solving that for us.
That's one that, you know, so many people think they know what it means, but they really don't.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great name for an art gallery. I love it.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because you don't just frame things here. You're also an art gallery, and you also sell some really beautiful jewelry and special gifts. Why don't you tell us about the shadow box that's next to you?
Yeah, this is something, one of the special kind of framing. We frame everything that you could possibly imagine, but this is a shadow box that we did for a customer's daughter's first anniversary. And the bouquet is a miniature of her real wedding bouquet, and it has some actual dried roses from the original bouquet. So we just had a miniature made up, and then we framed her invitation and then put a fabric mat on it, and this is her gift from the parents.
It kind of reminds me of like a diorama that you make when you're in school.
Yeah. I guess you could look at it like that. But people always, you know, they don't know what to do with the bouquets they keep. I mean, they have them hanging in the garage.
Yes, yeah.
And this is a good way to display it and have it. It's something forever.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is really, you know, it's going to hold up forever.
And what other types of things can people come in and have shadow boxed?
Oh, we do just the gamut of shadow box. Right now, we're working on a Santana Moss jersey that's signed. One of our customers got it for her son.
Okay.
Oh, and we've shadow boxed shoes and books.
That would be me.
Yes. Baby shoes, all kinds of
christening
things.
Gowns.
I mean, christening gowns. Yeah, we've done a few of those. Antique christening gowns from other countries, which are very interesting.
So really, you can shadow box anything that would be special or precious to you.
Yes, yeah, and people don't always know that. You know, actually here, this is kind of a shadow box. That's a Vietnam service medal.
Okay, wow.
That's really nice. Another thing people don't know necessarily that you can do unless you show it to them.
All right, so all they have to do is bring in an item, and then you can help design with them what type of like color scheme they want.
Yeah, and they can, you know, match it to their den or whatever.
That's great. Well, I know you also have some great artwork here too, so why don't we take a tour of the gallery?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, so we're here in the gallery section of Juxtapoz. Tell me about some of these pieces. You got a lot of artwork.
Well, this is our Helen Frank wall. We keep this wall full all the time, and she's our best-selling artist, and it's great stuff because there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
All different subjects: children, travel, baseball, you name it. So much that if you give me a subject, I can probably find an etching.
Wow.
And we love her work. And they're hand-colored etchings. That's what the medium is.
And she's a New Jersey artist.
She's a New Jersey artist, and always doing new things. We never run out of people to buy them and people to come in and discover her again.
Wow, okay.
So it's really wonderful stuff.
This piece here is really interesting. How was this made, first of all? Because it looks like a painting, and then when you get closer, you see that it's actually some type of composition, a lot of paper and...
That's
I'm sure a lot of time.
That's exactly what it is. This is a new artist, Elizabeth St. Hilaire Nelson, and that's what she does. She does underpainting in the background and a sketch, and then it's all torn pieces of paper.
That is really beautiful.
It is really great stuff, and we just started with her, and I think we're going to be very successful with her. We've already sold a few, and she sends us more, and I think it's new and different, which is what I like about it.
It seems like you have really covered the gamut when it comes to artwork here in Juxtapose. You've got some really classic pieces, and then you've got some really contemporary, fun, funky things too.
I think that's what we're trying to do. It's multimedia gallery and a little bit of a lot of different kinds of art.
Now tell me a little bit about this artist over here. These paintings are beautiful.
Yes, this is our artist from New Hampshire, Trish Hurley, and she is noted for her beautiful landscapes with really wonderful lighting in them. And she's a plein air painter. That means she takes her easel, gets out and paints in the outdoors, and that's kind of unusual. And we're doing very well with her things.
Yeah, they're really beautiful.
We really like them a lot.
Well, I know that you also have some jewelry here
Yes,
at
we
Juxtapose,
do. Yes.
along with some really cute gifts,
Yes.
novelty items. Why don't we take a look?
Let's
Because
look at the jewels.
I love the jewels.
So you know the ones. This is an example of our artist. Due Sorel is the name of the two ladies that do much of our case here. That's one lady's on the West Coast, one lady's here, and they collaborate on the beads.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I think they're very unusual. A lot of people do this kind of thing, but the way they put the colors together is really, we think, is very special. And we've developed a little following for it, and we have 3 shows a year with her
Wow.
work.
And how many other jewelers do you
And
work
there's
with?
probably about 4 other jewelry designers that we work with, and we do well with them, always looking for new things. But Due Sorel has been kind of the main grouping that has really been successful here.
All right. Well, talk to me about what's happening on this wall here. You've got a
Now
lot of
these
things
are
going
all
on.
gifts that we sell. We do a lot of glass boxes.
Yeah.
And some of, I guess we call that little art. There are small pieces that people buy as gifts, or maybe just to do a child's room. And we've always had these shelves filled with different gifts. There are paperweights over there. And it's been very successful.
Now, if an artist was interested in having their pieces featured here in your gallery, how do they go about that?
Well, they could call me up, and I would look at the art. Usually we get it by referrals.
Okay.
I don't necessarily take anybody who walks in, but I have to say, I got this artist, the jewelry designer, because she walked in here one day cold.
Oh, wow.
And we were her first gallery ever, and that was 12 years ago.
Wow.
Now she has a lot of galleries, so they would just call me. And if I didn't think that I could sell their work, I would give them some ideas on where to bring their work.
That is great.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much
Oh,
for
you're
talking
welcome.
to
You're welcome.
TV36.
Thanks for
It's
coming
been
to Juxtapose.
great spending some time here with you, and good luck to
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. Thanks.